We're at Wildwood Park where tonight the Sheboygan A's host the Menasha Max in the first game of the Newell playoff. It's a best-of-3 format. Joining me in the broadcast will be Maddie Albanese, our camera operator, Lucas Schulze, my broadcast partner, and I'm Mike Martin. We'll be bringing you tonight's playoff game. It's a best-out-of-3 format, Lucas. First game here tonight. Next game is in Appleton tomorrow. And then if it goes to a third game, it'll be right back here in Sheboygan. What do you have on Manasha?
Well, you know, they're a team Sheboygan's had a lot of success with, have not lost to them this year. And you're talking about how hot Sheboygan has been. They went and won the 7 New Bowl games, and then they won their non-league game. Then they won the Wisconsin State League tournament. This team's on fire right now, and Manasha's catching them at the wrong time.
Sheboygan playing real good. They do have a couple of pieces missing. Jacob Neese, who leads the team in at-bats and plate appearances and games played, is not here tonight. Another negative about him being gone is he was struggling with his batting average for most of the year, and then entering that Wisconsin State League playoff format over the weekend, he got his average up to 250, so he'll be missed. And then Alex Ames.
Yep.
Not going to be able to play. Also, he's got tendonitis in his wrist, not able to swing the bat, so we'll be missing him. Lucas, why don't you go through the batting order for the Max, and I'll go through our defense.
The starting lineup for game 1 for the Menasha Max looks like this. Ryan Seda, the center fielder, leads it off. Colin Nigel is at third. He's hitting second. William Horner, the DH, is the 3-hole hitter, followed by Graydon Tashner, the first baseman and cleanup man. Nick Bergen's the 5-hole hitter playing right field. Ryan Husky is the 6-hole hitter, followed by Alex Ramus. Then Quade Thompson is behind the plate hitting 8th, and Connor Olson rounds it out at short.
First pitch by Recklitis is outside. Defensively for Sheboygan, they have Hadley at first, Hanselman at second, Harry's over at third, and Riley's at short. Ball is fouled off. Around the infield, around the outfield, left to right, we have Horn in left, Callie in center, and Tenney in right. The catcher is Connor Lash, and Jared Recklitis is our pitcher. Recklitis comes in with a 3-2 record, ERA at 2.93. Leads the club in games started. This will be his 9th. Came in with 8, tied with Brad Reinflush.
He's not been as dominant as he has in year past, but his ERA is still under 3. Pretty sensational still.
And it's good to have one of your top 3 pitching, and that's what we have here. Ball is fouled off by Seda. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sheboygan comes in 34-21 overall, and they've been hot recently. Dominated the Newell with a 15-3 record. Slow roller to Harry, and it's going to be an infield hit for Seda. Good start for the Max. Colin Nigel.
Yeah, tough play for Harry, a really slowly hit ball, and he's not the most gifted speed-wise, so made it even more difficult. Seda was able to run it out easily.
Yeah, just hit it in the right spot. Not too much you can do about that. Menasha beat Appleton 6-5 to win the Newell playoff and advance to this round. In the first round of the playoffs, they hammered Greenville 11-0. So they've been playing good ball too. Ball is hit out to center field. Callie has it measured and makes the easy catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. Next is William Horner, the DH.
Yeah, the man who just caught that ball, Carter Caley. Guy we have not seen a lot of this year, and he's leading off tonight in the absence of Ames in center, so we'll see how he fares.
Recklitis pitched 40 innings. He has 54 strikeouts. He's been good in that area. Breaking ball is in for a strike. Horner's a Fond du Lac native.
Hey, he plays for the Dock Spiders, one of the teams in the Northwoods League.
Had a 242 batting average with them. When you play at that level and then you come back down to this level, Menasha's happy to have him. The guy's a good ball player.
That's why he's hitting in the middle of this order. I know they can trust him with the bat.
With that foul ball, the count stands at no balls and 2 strikes. There is 1 out. Sita still at first base with that infield single. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs and on the pitch, Sita was running and steals second, no throw down.
I think Lash was thinking too much about throwing them down. They forgot to catch the ball that time, but got the strikeout, big one there for Recolytis.
Graydon Toshner's up. Ball's fouled off. Toshner, is that Madison College or
Yep. Yeah, Madison.
Would that be UW Madison?
No.
Never heard of that one.
It's kind of a weird case. He didn't have any hitting stats there, just pitching.
Just the pitching, I see that. It's from Nina. I think we mentioned this a game or 2 back when we played them that there was a player for Menasha called Jack Tashner, actually played 1 year with Sheboygan, 2 played in the major leagues. I wonder if Graydon is any relation to him.
You wouldn't be surprised. Son.
What?
Son.
Okay. Sita taking a big lead out there, but then he jumps back. Toshner checks his swing. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes.
If you're Recolytis here, you got 2 strikes on the batter, you got 2 outs, more focused on the man at the plate. The man bouncing around at second base.
One-two pitch coming up. Ball is up and in for a ball. Breaking pitch just outside. Our game time temperature tonight was 75 degrees. The skies are hazy. I don't know how it was for you. I know my wife could tell it was bad air out there from the Canada fires.
Yeah, last couple of weeks.
Yeah, right. It's been bad. 3-2 pitch. And that pitch is outside for ball 4. Jared has been pretty good this year in not issuing too many walks. That's only his 9th of the year in 40 innings. That's pretty good.
Especially when you got 54 strikeouts on the other side of that. It's a pretty good ratio.
Nick Bergen hit 307 at Oakton College. Drew a lot of walks there, 23. So he's got a good eye.
Yeah, Oakton College, one of those members of the NJCAA, like Brian Stratton College, Junior College, JUCO.
So definitely not Division III.
Nope.
That would be, the JUCOs are up, I would say.
Yeah.
Or pretty much level with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Line drive up the middle, caught! What a catch made by Chase Hanselman. Instead of doing it out in right field, he's doing it at second base. That saved a run.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Jeans that fit just right, and a radio.
Back here at Wildwood Park, getting ready to start the bottom of the first. Lucas, you get to do the A's lineup, and I'll do the Menasha defense.
Alrighty.
So you're doing offense both half innings.
I prefer offense over defense anyway. Starting lineup for Sheboygan A's in game one looks like this. Carter Cayley, the man in center, is leading it off. Braden Horns hitting second, he's in left, followed by Harry Stelt, the man at third, hitting third. Connor Lash is the cleanup man, he's behind the plate. John Hadley is hitting fifth, followed by Chase Hanselman, who just made that nice play at second base. Jimmy Jurgensen is at the DH hitting seventh. Riley Palmquist at his usual spot at short, and then rounding out Nick Tenney, the right fielder.
And defensively for the Max, they have Tashner at first, Ramos at second. First pitch is a bit outside. Nigel's at third. And Olson is at short. Around the outfield, Husky in left, Sita in center with his good speed. There's a line drive caught by Ramos. Yeah, you win some, you lose some. And Bergen is in right. Catching is Thompson, and pitching is Ian Domes. Domes went to Menasha High School and Merlin College.
Marion.
Says in your notes he hails from Appleton. That says Merlin.
No, it's an I.
Who wrote that?
I don't know.
Oh, so it's Marion now. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, he switched.
So he's actually gone to two different colleges?
He has actually, but
Okay.
it wasn't Marlin, no.
Merlin.
Merlin.
Merlin the Magician.
Alabama CC. Coastal College, something.
Horn down on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Domes with a good breaking pitch, just off the outside corner. Boy, that was close.
Horn's been great all year for this team. He said it so many times, average still sitting over 370, and he's not even the best on the team in that category.
Another pitch on the outside. Braden hitting 371 as he steps in with 3 home runs. Pitch is up and in. 3-2. Harry's waiting on deck. Harry's been hot. Has that average just below the 400 mark, hitting in the 390s. Slow roller to short. Olson up. Rifles a throw across to get his man. That brings up Harry. Harry hitting 394. Has 44 runs batted in and 13 doubles. Leads in those 3 areas. Harry takes that first pitch for a ball. Nice crowd. We still have, the line is shortening up now, still waiting outside, trying to get in. They're going to miss the first pitch, obviously. They'll miss the first inning.
Hey, grandstand's looking pretty good, though.
Yes.
Packed.
A lot of the regulars are here. Sean and Eric and Scott, Tom, Harry. Bill, CJ, Manny, Lucas, Rose. Is Hunter here?
Yes, Hunter.
Okay, I hadn't seen him yet.
He's always all
Maddie,
around.
maybe between innings you can run down and invite him up for a piece of the zucchini bread. Harry with a big swing and a miss. Count sits at 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Harry trying to check his swing but couldn't. Good breaking pitch. And that ends the Sheboygan first after 1 complete, no score.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back here at Wildwood Park, getting ready to start the top of the second. Leading off for the Max is left fielder Ryan Husky. Husky attends North Central College, majoring in management.
Nice seeing you, man.
Swing and a miss, evens the count at 1-1. First game of a best-of-3 playoff scenario. Sheboygan's at home tonight, and if we have to play game 3, they'll be at home for a 7:30 game on Thursday. The Max will host the second game of the playoffs. That's tomorrow night. Swing and a miss. Husky down on strikes. That brings up Alex Ramos. Pitch is fouled straight back. Ramos goes to Ripon College, it looks like. I always had this affinity for left-handers, you know, me being a left-hander, and when I could write, I actually had pretty good handwriting.
Yeah, I don't.
And I thought all left-handers had good handwriting. A bouncing ball out to Hanselman, he's up with it. Makes the play.
I try my best to be unique.
My high school basketball coach, Bill Richards, was the conference commissioner for the Fox River Valley. I think he had that job for over 30 years. So, I mean, at the end, you know, they had computers and you could type stuff off. He did everything by hand, printing stuff out, and his left-handed handwriting was just immaculate. I mean, it was amazing how good he could do.
Like cursive or just like normal print?
No, just printing, you know, like numbers and
Okay.
that kind
Oh,
of
that
thing.
way. Okay.
First pitch was a strike. That pitch touches the outside corner for strike 2. And down on the count is Quade Thompson, the catcher.
He's teammates in college with the leadoff man.
And nice play by Riley Palmquist to throw out the speedy Thompson. And Menasha goes down 1-2-3 in a second.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot. Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Connor Lash is going to lead off Sheboygan's half of the second. Connor comes in hitting .359, leads the ball club with 6 homers, but he hasn't hit a home run in a few weeks.
Yeah,
He's
it's
due.
been a while. Yeah, he's had 6 home runs early July, but he's been kind of sticking on that. Yeah, last time we said he was due, he hit one in that game. So let's see if that works again.
Anything we can do to get us a win? Well, just about anything.
This 2-3-4 in the A's lineup doesn't get much better than that. All of them are hitting north of 350, and they're all pretty solid power bats as well.
Pitch is drilled out into left field, but a little bit too high. Husky able to make the easy catch. John Hadley's up. Hadley's got his average up. He was struggling around the 200 mark, and he's got it up to 224.
That was as low as the mid-80s at one point.
Yeah, right.
Mid-180s.
Seemed like a lot of our hitters over this past weekend in that Wisconsin State League tournament has increased their batting averages.
Yeah, almost everyone in the starting lineup has taken advantage of not only the non-league game, but also that Wisconsin State League tournament, like you mentioned.
That first game against West Allis really helped too. I think it was 15-1. What shocked me too is they played all 7 innings. You know, I thought they'd
after 5,
invoke the 10-run rule, but they didn't. Played
Maybe
it out.
the tournament, they wouldn't do that, I guess. But
2-1 is the count to Hadley. Hadley does have 5 home runs. Good breaking pitch by Domes. Hadley swings and misses. John has drawn 18 walks. Pitch in the dirt makes the count 3-2.
another thing, not only has John's hitting gotten better, his fielding at first base has really improved throughout the year. Early on, he was having trouble with picks, but recently we haven't seen him make many mistakes.
There's a drive out into center field, and it gets down for a base hit. Hanselman hitting .296, a couple of home runs.
He's another guy who's sitting
One
around.
of our regulars in the house I forgot to mention is A1.
Oh, of course. How could we forget A1? Back to Hanselman. He was a guy, again, who was sitting around 250, 260 almost the entire year, and now nearly 300. We missed 2 weeks, and it's their best weeks of the year.
Yeah, right. Ball is popped up on the infield. Hadley was on the move. He'll have to get back to first, but there was plenty of time. Hanselman pops up to the shortstop, and that brings up Jimmy Jurgensen. Did Jimmy have 4 home runs after that last game we had?
Yeah, he was stuck
I
at
think
4.
it was after that game I was talking with his dad, and he was hoping to get another home run this year and get his total up over 30
29.
in his career. I guess that's like I don't want to say a benchmark, but there aren't many players over the course of their A's career have had 30 home runs or more.
I think he's in year 7, if I'm not mistaken.
And at this level, that's pretty good. You usually don't have a lot of big home run hitters at this level.
Biggest one I've seen is Sean Tillman. He was a guy who didn't come in for very long.
Yeah, right, and he didn't play.
was
I mean, he played a lot, but not that much, and still he had all those home runs. Called strike and a pitch. Hadley running on the pitch, makes it to second safely with a stolen base. Throw went out to center field, but he was in no position to bounce up. That was his 7th stolen base of the year. Back when I first started playing, a team leader would have 1 home run.
Yeah, you say
Nobody
Denny?
else had one.
Did you say Denny led the team once?
Denny said he led the team, I think, twice for sure. Once with 1 home run and once with 2. But you know, so that's the kind of thing you're looking at back in the day. You know, those were the kind of home run totals or lack of you're looking at. And you know, a couple of things contributed to that. One was, ball got by him. Had wood bats and
Those deep fences.
defenses. Legion was pretty deep, especially in the power alleys. Jimmy not able to check his swing, and he's out on strikes. Sheboygan does not score in the second after 2 complete, no score.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
That's the foul lines. Yeah, we're back. I'm showing them what the dimensions at so the power alleys in Legion Park were really deep. Straightaway center was only like 350. But down the lines, 270s.
So you're getting ripped off. You hit it to left center or right center.
Yeah. Now back to Sheboygan A's baseball, 2025. This could be our last game working together. If Sheboygan can win tonight and tomorrow, or heaven forbid, Manasha would win the first 2 games. Nice crowd. The line outside the park is now gone. People seem to be all in.
Especially the home side's really filled up nice, and the grandstand, like we said earlier.
Connor Olson leading it off for Menasha. He's their fine shortstop. Olson attends Stevens Point College. Bouncing ball out to Hanselman. Makes the easy throw across. Seemed to me, I don't know what it looked like to you, Lucas, but Jared was not real loose in that first inning, and as we've moved along, he's seemed to get it. He's been getting in his groove. He's in his groove, actually.
Yeah, he's retired the last 5 and 6 of the last 7. So he's been rolling ever since. A little shaky start with the single and the walk. He's been really good ever since.
No balls and 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. Beautiful night, not too late to get out here. Breaking pitch just off the outside corner. Jared trying to sell it to home plate umpire Steve Walsh.
And we've seen some umpires here who have given that outside part of the plate, not today with Walsh.
Brad Ridio is our base umpire. Swing and a miss by Sita. He singled his first time up, but goes down swinging this time. Colin Nigel is up. Colin attends Wisconsin Lutheran. Majoring in communication, isn't that what you're majoring in, Lucas?
Yep. Just put a little tag of sports in front of it, and then it's the same thing.
Yeah, good job. Ball's fouled off. Maddie graduated college. She's got an internship working in the real world. Good luck with that. I suppose we won't see it all next year. Not even just to stop up and say hi. Get a piece of that zucchini cake or bread.
That was good. You a big zucchini guy?
I like it. I like it. 1 and 2 pitches. Call, strike 3. Beautiful pitch on the outside corner. And that ends the Manasha 3rd.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Riley Palmquist is going to lead off the bottom of the 3rd. Riley, very respectable average now, hitting .283. Proudly wears that number 23. Kevin Muck doing the 50-50 selling tonight. He's on the A team in regards to that. Riley follows that ball in down the right field side, but out of play.
I wonder what kind of number he's going to get tonight. Pretty good crowd.
Ooh, I would think, yeah.
He's one of the best.
Our high for the year is 339. So looking to break that. No balls and 2 strikes. Palmquist in the hole. Taps that one out to Olson. And just got his man by a half a step. Good hustle by Riley. But Olson made the play. That brings up Nick Tenney.
That's the type of thing, you know, Palmquist can rush Olson at short, maybe get a ball in the dugout or something, get the second base. And it's always great to run out of the box because you never know what's going to happen.
That's called playing the game the right way. Tenney pops it up on the infield. Making the call and making the catch was Nigel. And 2 quick outs in the Sheboygan A's 3rd inning, and that'll take us back to the top of the order. Carter Cayley, who got robbed his first time up.
Yeah, he comes into the play. He hasn't played a lot of games, but 459 average, 2 RBI and 6 walks. And every time he seems to get a chance, seems to hit the ball very hard, and he did that his first at bat, resulting in a line out.
Cayley attends UW Lacrosse.
Like a few other people in this box attended.
Yeah, me and Bill. Go Indians. Oops, I mean, what is it, Eagles? We were Indians. Breaking pitch is in for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes on the batter. Cayley called out on strikes on a pitch on the inside corner. Fooled Cayley, but that ends the 3rd after 3 complete. Still no score.
The estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Getting ready to start the 4th inning. William Horner will lead it off for Menasha. Rekleitis struck out 2 in the 3rd, gets his total up to 4. With the called strikeout of Cayley in the Sheboygan half of the 3rd, Domes has 3 strikeouts in the ball game.
Yeah, we were talking in that first inning. Domes didn't look like a guy that was going to blow you away, and he really hasn't. It's been that good breaking ball he's had that's fooled a lot of the A's hitters. On the other side, Rekleitis uses his breaking ball and his fastball to his advantage. Good pitcher's duel so far.
It's nice for the umpire too when you have pitchers that are around the plate. It just makes for an easier game to call. And
that's the type of game you would expect in a championship setting. Have 2 of your best pitchers on the mound.
Exactly. From what we heard prior to the start of the ball game, Tim Moyer His manager is planning on starting Eric Schmitz tomorrow. Call, strike 3. How'd you say that? Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
3 strikeouts in a row.
Gordon?
Graydon.
Graydon. Tashner. We got Graydon down here, Bill. Graydon or Gordon? Lucas looking it up. Looks like Graydon on the sheet. 1-1, 1 out. We're in the 4th. There goes Bill's perfect game. Lasted until the top of the 4th. Actually, it was gone in the 1st. Call, strike 3. Recolytis feeling it tonight. Boy, oh boy, does he look good.
You're talking about that first inning. Didn't really look like himself, and he still had a shutdown inning, but now this is starting to see the Recolytis that we know.
Find time to think of it, but what I should have done was gone through my score sheets and pulled out the 4 Menasha games. I don't remember if Rec pitched against them this year.
I don't think so at home.
Well, the last game it was Schmitty going the distance.
Because we stapled his hat. That was why.
Count is 1-1 to Nick Bergen. Bergen was robbed of a base hit by Hanselman in the 1st. Last pitch was a ball. A swing and a miss. Apparently was called a strike, but as a swing and a miss, and the last 5 hitters that Recolytis has faced, he struck them all out.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Well, I'ma take you home. Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Back here at Wildwood Park. Bill giving us a hard time for not helping us in the 1st inning. Actually, I consider it my fault, Bill, because I didn't ask Lucas what it really should be. But the second time when you said it and I read it and I thought, well, I'll ask Lucas, and he figured it out. So
That's my fault. I'll take the blame.
Well, we'll take the blame down here together.
Mutual blame.
Actually, let's throw it on Maddie. Braden Horn is going to lead it off. Horn grounded to short his first time up. Dome's not a big guy, but he's got pretty good control. Mentioned he's got 3 strikeouts. He's only given up 1 hit. Single by Hadley to center.
It wasn't an overly hard hit ball either, just a little blooper in the center.
Right, yeah. And we've talked about this in other games. You know, when you start to see the batters for a second or third time, all of a sudden the pitchers get a little used to you and hopefully can catch on. Horn hit the ball hard, but right to the right fielder. Bergen goes over and makes the easy catch.
We've talked about Reklitis retiring the last 10 batters, but you know, Domes has retired the last 6 himself. It's just been a really great pitching matchup.
Harry's up. We went to, I missed that game the other night. My wife and I went to the Brewer game, and Vaughn has the same walk-up song as Harry.
Does he really?
Yeah.
That was a fun game to be at, I bet, for you.
It was better the next day.
Got to see Vaughn's grand slam too.
Yep. Harry hits one hard, but right at Sita, and he makes the catch. Sounded pretty good off the bat, but it really wasn't going anywhere. Connor Lash is up. Connor flew out to left field, his first at bat. It's been a quick mover. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch out of the strike zone. Evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah, it helps when there's been 3 total base runners in the game. Helps the game move pretty quickly.
Connor came into tonight's game hitting .359. We mentioned his 6 home runs, leads the club. Hadley right behind him with 5. Bit of a hanger, but popped up to Sita in center, and he makes the catch. And it's a quick 1-2-3 in the fourth for Sheboygan after 4 complete, no score.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
The A's golf outing will be August 17th at Town and Country. You can sign up at the A's website. It's always a good time. Hope to see you there. I'll be there. Golfing, if that's what you want to call it. It's nice to have a team.
Yeah, makes it more fun with the friends. You gonna win it this year?
What we try to do each year is finish under par. And I mean, some of the teams that go out there and play, they're finishing like 14 and 15 under par. There's no way that the team that I put together could do something like that.
You never know. Maybe this is the year. This is the year.
We'll go for under par. Ryan Husky is going to lead off for Menasha in the 5th. Stay tuned. We got our trivia game question coming up. possibly next inning. Don't let me forget. We get
I'll
Maddie
try.
involved in this too. Don't let us forget to do the trivia question.
Because I know I'll forget. I always seem.
There's a bouncing ball out to Hanselman. He gets a nice hop. Makes the play.
You know, Reckless gets an out. We're disappointed. You didn't get a strikeout to extend that streak up to 6.
I think of it this way, Lucas. Saving pitches.
Oh, of course, of course. But who doesn't want to strike out 15 guys in a row?
Yeah, I guess. Alex Ramos grounded out to second. His first time up is up again. Flies out to right. Tenney coming in and makes the catch. That really was a fly out to right.
Yeah, he called it before it even happened.
The first time it was a fly ball out to right. The second part of the call should have been flies out to right.
Yeah, it does the job.
Thompson, the catcher, is up. Line score 0-1-0 for Menasha and 0-1-0 for Sheboygan. No runs, one hit, no errors.
Exactly what you think when you think championship game. Every run means so much. And it feels like in this game, whoever scores first might win this game.
Yeah, right. One run could do it. Takes a funny hop. Hanselman can't make the play.
I think we put that one as an EWP.
I'm giving him a hit.
That's the type of things, you know, next year maybe it won't happen as often with the new infield.
Yeah, right. Right.
I mean, it's happened in some big situations with Green Bay game, especially. Both teams got the benefit of it.
Right. Connor Olson up. Now, Thompson showed pretty good speed last time when he grounded out to short. So just because he's a catcher doesn't mean he can't steal a base. You got to keep an eye on him. Ball's fouled straight back, makes the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Jackson Tillman in the house, chasing down a lot of those foul balls. Oh, 2 pitch coming up. Rack with a long set. And just off the mitt of Lash. Foul ball. Kevin Muck, our 50-50 salesman tonight, is right in front of us, and his bucket is already full of tickets.
Not even through the top of the 5th yet.
Ball is fouled out of play. That one's going out on the New Jersey Avenue.
That one cleared that by plenty. Might have gone
Right.
across the street.
No score. We're in the top of the 5th. 2 outs. Quade Thompson on at first base. Breaking pitch right there. Called strike 3. And that ends the Manasha 5th. When we come back for Sheboygan's half, it'll be Hadley, Hanselman, and Jurgensen.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot. Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, Tea Time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
John Hadley is going to lead off the 5th inning for Sheboygan. He singled and stole second in the second, but could not advance any further.
You know, it's always talk about that game when the A's offense was struggling and they won that game. They scored 4 runs with 1 hit. And they scored 4 runs without the benefit of hit. Now it's against this team. Feels similar, but they're not getting the walks in this game like they were in that other game.
No, that ball is hit out into left field, making a long run, not able to get there was the left fielder, Husky, and trotting into second with a stand-up double is John Hadley. Picked a good spot for that hit, Lucas.
Have a day. I mean, you don't expect John Hadley to go opposite field like that, especially that close to the line with that much power. It's exactly what he did. Caught the left fielder off guard. And he's 2 for 2.
Hanselman up. We're all rooting for Chase to get a base hit, but be really nice to advance that runner over to third. Toshner way in on the grass at first base. That ball is popped out into a short right. And the right fielder makes the catch, Bergen. And not a productive at-bat that time for Hanselman.
Especially in these types of games, pitchers duels, you gotta produce when you start off with a leadoff double. You know, you can't be popping out short right field. You can't advance the runner.
Jimmy's up. Jimmy is DHing. Was a strikeout victim back in the second. Tried to check his swing and could not. Swing and a miss by Jimmy.
That breaking ball has really gotten the better of Sheboygan hitters tonight.
Jimmy is a good long ball hitter, has 4 home runs on the year. Line drive right up the middle, right past the ear of the pitcher, and hustling it in is Sita, and Hadley has to hold at third.
That's a time where you don't want to hit the ball that hard, because that's what kept Hadley at third. But a great job by Jimmy.
Good piece of hitting. That brings up Riley. See what the Macs do with their infield. Toshner was way up when Hanselman was at bat, and then he dropped back for Jimmy. And infield looks deep all the way around.
And Riley so many times, especially recently, has come through with that big RBI hit. See him do it again here.
I know it was early in the year. I was looking at 8 RBIs, and I'm thinking, boy, he's had a lot of chances that he just hasn't been able to capitalize on. Now he's sitting at 19 RBIs and has increased his productivity. Ball in the dirt, good stop by Thompson.
That's really when his season started to change. That's when he started coming through in those situations, really brought that average up over 60 points now. Sitting at 283 coming in.
1-1 is the count. There is 1 out. Diving back in the first is Jimmy. Ball is bounced foul.
And he doesn't even need to get a hit in this situation. Just hit one in the outfield. John, we know, has decent speed that he can get home on a tag up.
Well, anything on the ground with the infield positioned where they are, Hadley will be running. Unless, of course, it's right to the pitcher. 1-2 is the count. Riley gets one to third. They're going to come home with the throw. And Hadley is out. Good play by the third baseman, Nigel. Ball hit again a little too hard. Palmquist reaches on the fielder's choice, and Jimmy ends up at second. Now there's 2 outs for Nick Tenney.
And again, you know, you're always going on contact in that situation. And there's really, you're just hoping that they don't make a perfect throw, and they did in that situation.
It was the right call. There's a bouncing ball. Can it get through? No. Stop is made. And they have to stop. Hold Jimmy at third. Great play by Ramos. That prevented a run from scoring. Give Tenney an infield single. Bases are loaded with 2 outs for Cayley.
And you don't know how many times later in this game you're going to get to Domes. It's a huge situation for Cayley. Top of the order. Get to the middle of the order as time goes on.
All right, stepping in is Cayley. He's 0 for 2. Infield is back at all the infield spots. Toshner not holding the runner at first anymore. Bouncing ball is foul.
Again, Cayley not a guy who's been in a lot of these situations because of limited playing time. So see if he can come through him. Big spot here.
Domes ahead in the count. No balls and 1 strike. Breaking ball is bounced up the middle, but taken by Olsen, and he gets the force at second, and that prevents any runs from scoring for Sheboygan. Menasha, showing the good defense, prevented Sheboygan from coming up with a run, but they got close. But after 5 completes, still no score.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Our trivia question for this game is, this Hall of Fame infielder had a career .301 batting average and currently coaches third for the A's. When I was doing umpiring and this Hall of Famer was playing, he was mostly a third baseman. So Maddie and Lucas, as the interns, it's your job to remind me to give the answer in the bottom half of the 6th.
Try my best.
This Hall of Fame infielder has a career .301 batting average and is currently coaching third base for the A's. Should be an easy one. Ryan Sita, the speedy center fielder for the Max, is leading off the 6th inning. Boy, you got to give Manasha credit. They played some great defense, keeping the ball on the infield. You know, if the one that was hit to Ramos could have got through, that would have scored a run.
And obviously Olsen.
Yeah, and if that one by Olsen. If he doesn't stop that, maybe 2-run score.
And even if he just knocks it down, probably still run scores.
Bouncy Harry on the short hop, makes the play, and gets Sita. Great play by Harry.
It just feels like a championship game. Everyone's stepping up in their role, especially defensively. It's been really great baseball.
We saw it right away in the top of the first when Hanselman robbed Bergen of a base hit that would have scored a run. Nigel's up, and he's 0 for 1. Flew out to center field. Had 4 home runs this past spring for Wisconsin Lutheran. So he's got some power. Nigel had a couple of nice plays over at third base. Made that real nice throw home to get Hadley last inning. This time he comes up empty on a breaking pitch up high. Strikes out. That's strikeout number 9 for Jared.
And it's just been all night, just all over the strike zone. Ever since that one walk, feels like he hasn't thrown more than 2 balls in a count. He's been lights out.
Horner with a big swing and a miss. I think you mentioned back his first at bat, he attends Metro Community College. Do we know where that is?
Kansas City.
Kansas City, KC.
I didn't want to write the whole thing out.
That's probably a good thing. Did pretty good with the K and the C.
Thanks.
Line drive, base hit to right. Third hit for the Max.
And the first one out of the infield. Remember, the first one was to Harry, a little grounder to him.
Right.
And the next one took that weird hop to Anselman. So, really the first hard hit ball that got a hit.
Graydon Toshner is up. Graydon is 0 for 1 with a walk. Pitch is a little bit outside and low. Bouncing ball, nice hop for Riley, and he throws to second to get the out there. And that ends the 6th inning for Menasha.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Braden Horn is going to lead off the Sheboygan 6th inning. He's 0 for 2.
And you know, it's kind of out of the ordinary. The 2, 3, 4 guys in the order, Horn, Stout, and Lash are 0 for 6. And they're all guys who have been amazing for this A's lineup all year.
The bouncing ball out to the second baseman, Ramos. And he makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out. Our trivia question, again, was this Hall of Fame infielder had a career .301 batting average and currently coaches third base for the A's. The answer is Ken Nazy.
I could have gotten that one. That one I could have got.
Harry takes that first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Connor Lash waiting on deck. You know, we're getting to that point now where we've seen Domes 2, 3 times. We got to start catching up to his pitching, start hitting them. We had 3 hits last inning.
Yeah, that just felt like the inning where they needed to get just 1 run, get some momentum offensively, but again, Menasha's defense came up big.
Hanging ball is hit out to right. Bergen makes a nice running catch. Connor Lash is up. Lash from Chicago, Illinois.
Thank you though.
First pitch is up high for a ball. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning, no score. Sheboygan leads the hit parade 4-3, but neither team has scored a run. Pitch is inside, it's 3-0.
I mean, you want to get the man on deck to the plate. He's the only guy who's really had serious success against Domes. 2 for 2. John Adley.
Breaking pitch is in there for a strike. Domes is very comfortable throwing that breaking pitch in any spot. Ooh, I thought that was going to be a roof ball, but not the case. 3-2. Breaking ball is popped up into short left. And making the catch out there was Husky, and that ends the Sheboygan 6th after 6 complete. No score.
The estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Back at Wildwood Park, Jared Recolaitis completing his warm-ups. Leading off the 7th for the Max will be Nick Bergen, their fine right fielder. Then it'll be Ryan Husky and Alex Ramos.
Bergen's 0 for 2, but he could very easily be 1 for 2. Chase Ansman made a great dive and play. It saved a run as well in that first inning. Nash had a man on first and second. But since that inning where they had first and second, 2 base runners.
And then Rec got down to business.
Yeah.
Tired 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, I think 12 in a row he had.
And the one that interrupted it was that a routine ground ball that took a weird hop on Hanselman at second.
Right. Walsh comes out, gives Rec a brand new ball. Don't see that very often.
No.
So you give it to the catcher and he throws it out, or the umpire will sometimes throw it out, but
Want to get some steps in, maybe.
yeah, really. I got mine in today. Offers trying to bunt it. Bunts right through it for strike 2. It's called cutting the grass.
It's a good way.
0-2 pitch. Ball is, oh, that was a foul ball called fair. How in the world can that happen? Unless it went over the base.
That was clearly on the left side line. It looked like from up here, you'd think Walsh would have a better view. Maybe we're the ones wrong, but.
That shocked me. I thought for sure it was foul. Harry thought it was foul.
You'd think he would have the best view of anyone.
Yeah, right. Well, big hit for Bergen. He's sitting at the plate with no balls and 2 strikes, and he doubles. Ryan Husky, the left fielder, is up. Pitch is in there for a strike.
Might be a little bit different for Reckless. Hasn't pitched with a lot of guys on the sitting. See how he approaches it.
Domes was able to work his way out of a leadoff double. Let's see if Jared can do the same.
It's always that first out that's so important in these kind of situations. Keep that runner at second, getting out. Strikeout or a pop-up on the infield, best ways to do it.
It's the second time in the ball game Menasha's been able to get their leadoff man on. Swing and a miss. Another long set by Jared. And it worked out that time with a swing and a miss.
And sometimes with those long sets, it can throw off the rhythm of the batter a little bit, just enough where you can get him with that breaking ball when they're looking fastball.
Strikeouts for Jared. That brings up Alex Ramus. Alex is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Ground out and a fly out. Not able to check his swing. That's strike 1. Nick Bergen out at second with a leadoff double. Line drive to left, that's going to drop. Throw is coming home. It's not going to be in time. Menasha's on the board. Alex Ramus with a RBI single to left.
And that's where that double obviously comes back to hurt. You know, it's one that you thought was foul, and Harry didn't even give much of a chance at it, and then it ended up getting called fair. Really changed what an inning was going to become.
Yeah. Quade Thompson, the Max catcher, is up. Quade single his last time. Top of the 7th. Menasha able to break through. And Thompson hit by that pitch. Max are now going to have runners on first and second with only 1 out.
And I think it's a great idea by Connor Lash going out there. You feel the momentum shift in this game on that single. Reckless has been dominating all night. And a couple hits, and the A's find themselves losing.
Connor Olson, the 9th hitter in the Menasha lineup, is up. You look at the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, they have 2 of the 5 hits for Menasha, and one of those hits is an RBI single. Swing and a miss by Olson. Olson, like I mentioned, hitting in the 9th spot. He's 0 for 2. He grounded to second and struck out. His contributions to the ball club has been through his defense tonight. Long time between pitches. Rec finally comes set. Pitch is up and in. Evens the count at 1-1. Do you ever notice sometimes early in the game the crowd isn't quite as boisterous as they are later in the game?
Yeah.
What would you attribute that to?
I don't know, especially if it's a close game, maybe more exciting. That too. That could be a very big card.
That too would be what? Drinking Coca-Colas?
Try to keep it E for everyone.
Get that sugar in their system. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on first and second for Manasha. Yeah, fouled at home plate. Good job by Olson hanging in there.
It really would be nice as a ground ball. Ground ball to second, flip it to short. Get out of this.
Ramos is on at second. Thompson at first. Pitch is up and in for a ball. Evens count at 2-2.
Ever since that single by Ramus, it just feels like the command just hasn't been what it was earlier in the game.
Rec came up and in on that last pitch. Let's see if he does a breaking ball on the outside. Pitch is down low. Going with the fastball. 3-2. Runners hold. Pitch is called. Strike 3. 2 outs now. Rec with 88 pitches in the ball game. His 11th strikeout is the second out here in the 7th. Sita is 1 for 3, reached in the first inning on an infield single. Light is trying to keep it to only 1 run. Good stop by Lash. It's nice to have a chest protector that works.
Don't want any holes in those. That's why it hurts when sometimes, you got the one padded shoulder, then it hits you on the other shoulder.
Yeah, right. And that's your throwing shoulder. Pitch is up and in. Good fastball. Lucas mentioned just before, it doesn't seem like Reklitis has had the same control that he had earlier in the ball game. Ball Ball's popped up and out of play. Whew. Two balls and one strike. There's two outs. We're in the top of the seventh. Menasha has broken through with a run. They lead it 1-0. Breaking pitch right there for strike two.
Big pitch here for Rec. Keep this at a one-run game. Feels like one run's a lot for what this game's been so far, but you can't let it get any higher than this.
Two balls, two strikes, two outs, two men on. Jared comes set and delivers. Line drive to left. Drops in for a hit. And coming in and scoring is Ramos, and Manasha adds to their lead. They now are on top 2-0.
That's unfortunate, just a little blooper, and Horn made a good throw in, just wasn't quite hard enough, just barely was late. And seventh inning's been rough for Recolytis.
Yeah, Tim Moyer coming out. It's the third hit of the inning for Menasha. They now have 6 in the game. The one thing that was a little concerning for me, Lucas, was on the throw home, Lash made an awesome play to catch it. Recolytis never got behind the catcher to back up the play. If that gets through, you know, all the runners move up another base.
And then you're looking at third and second with two outs, and you don't want 2 men in scoring position, especially. And I mean, I'm sure Recolytis would have covered home had it gotten past Lash, but
Colin Nigel is up. Colin 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. You could use one right here. Menasha already with 2 runs in the inning. And Domes has been very good on the mound for the Max. Sheboygan had their work cut out with a 1-run deficit.
You just need to see a new pitcher, see if they can get him out of this game in some way. It's been really hard for them to get to him.
Sheboygan will send up Hadley, Hanselman, and Jurgensen, 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the order. There's Hunter Rosh, our 4th intern. O2, bouncing ball out to Hanselman. He flips to Palmquist for the force out at second, and that finally ends the Menasha 7th inning, but they do come up with 2 runs and now lead 2-0.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Bounced over it. Back here at Wildwood Park, Dome still on the hill for Menasha. And Lucas, when he's going to check on his pitch count so far, it can't be very high. He's been pretty judicious in his pitches.
Yeah, both the pitchers been that one inning that's got to him. The only thing is Sheboygan didn't get any in that 5th inning compared to Menasha's 2 runs.
Something you don't see very often at this level is we're in the bottom of the 7th. Neither pitcher has given up a walk.
Nope.
Correction. Reclitus gave up a walk in the 1st.
That's the only one, though.
That was a long time ago. Who's going to
Who
remember
remembers that?
Okay, let me put it to you this way. At this level, to have only 1 walk in the game is pretty good.
It's been very good pitching on both sides. It's been very difficult for offense.
Hadley takes that first pitch for a walk, for a ball. Ooh. Getting brutal up here. That pitch is outside for ball 2. Domes with 68 pitches only.
This has been the guy, though. He's 2 for 2 with 2 of the hardest hit balls against Domes, especially that double, opposite field double nonetheless for Hadley.
I had mentioned early on that Domes didn't look like much of a strikeout type pitcher, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You could see it in that pitch count. He hasn't thrown a lot of pitches up to this point. But Hadley draws a walk here. For Hadley, that was his 19th walk of the season. That's going to bring up Chase Hanselman.
And just as you say it, there's a
yeah,
walk.
These are the kinds of things I'm trying to teach you, Lucas. You know, there's a gift.
Gift when it comes to talking about a game.
Hanselman came into tonight's game hitting .296. He's 0 for 2. Hits that ball high into right. Bergen ranging over. Makes the grab.
I mean, this is the guy right here.
Jimmy could tie it up with 1 swing of the bat.
He's done a hit by himself against this team. He was the only guy that got one of them. He's had that big home run against West Dallas. He's been very clutch for this team. He's a tying run at the plate.
Jimmy singled his last time up, almost hit Domes. Ball gets past Thompson. Hadley moves up. Hadley now in scoring position at second base. We had him there back in the 5th, but he was not able to score. Jimmy takes that second pitch for a ball. It's 2-0.
And again, it's the same thing that happened to Reclays. The command he's still been fine, but he's not as strong as he was earlier on in the game.
We were talking earlier about the first time we had faced Menasha this year. We won it 4-3, but no hits produced runs, but we did collect a lot of walks, and we haven't done that tonight. Pitch is inside. It's 3-1. Palmquist waiting on deck. Dome steps off. Now he climbs back up on the hill. 3-1. Menasha on top, 2-0. Jimmy with a big swing. Good fastball. Couldn't catch up to it. Makes the count 3-2.
Feels like we aren't the only ones that want to hit a homer.
Yeah, right. Ball is down and in and fouled hard by Jimmy. I mean, we'd love to see a home run, but we got to keep the keep getting runners on base.
They've come at a premium. So any way you can get on, especially take advantage of Domes later in the start.
Jimmy bounces one to Toshner. He makes a nice play. Steps on the bag. Hadley moves to third. That leaves it up to Riley.
Just get that one run. Just get some sort of momentum come that 8th inning, 9th inning that you can just need that one.
In this type of game, being down only one run makes such a big difference versus a two. A chip away.
Especially if you get that one run, next inning will be the top of the order.
Hanselman takes that first pitch. It looked like it was on the outside corner, but umpire didn't think so. Thompson thought it was a strike, the catcher. The ball is popped up in foul ground. Nigel has it for the third out, and Sheboygan fails to score in the 7th. After 7 complete, Menasha on top 2-0.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
We got a winner in the 50-50. Our season high, Lucas, $351.
We kind of expected that with Muck and the big crowd. Kind of goes together.
Reklitis on the hill for Sheboygan. Starting this 8th inning, he's going to face William Horner. Horner is 1 for 3. Be really cool to have instant replay on that double down the third base side.
It really changed the complexion of that inning. Leadoff double. It's tough to come back from.
Got to give Domes a lot of credit because he was facing the same situation, was able to work out of it. Count is 2-2. Horner, the leadoff hitter in the 8th inning. Game 2 of this best of 3 will be tomorrow night, 7:30 in Manasha. And if there is a game 3, it'll be right back here on Thursday, 7:30 game. Another foul ball.
It just shows how much different the playoffs are than the regular season. This is a team Sheboygan hadn't lost to all year, 4-0 coming into this game. And Manasha played a really solid game.
Swing and a miss. Reklitis with another strikeout. That's his 12th. Graydon Toshner's up. Toshner made a nice play in the bottom of the 7th, getting Jimmy on an unassisted put out. Had a funny little hop, but he was able to stay with it and make the play. Graydon 0 for 2 with a walk. Fans are sticking around. 2-0 game. Hoping for a Sheboygan comeback. Ball is dumped into center field, a base hit. Hit it off the handle, but got it through the infield. 7th hit for the Max. Bergen was the beneficiary of that call by a home plate umpire, calling his ground ball down the third base line fair. He scored the first run for the Max.
Reckless followed up with the strikeout, so like maybe there's a light at the end of a tunnel for him, and then gave up that single, then hit a batter, another hit. That's how they have their 2 runs.
We mentioned that Menasha came in playing well. Sheboygan came in playing equally well. And we've seen a good baseball game tonight.
Yes. Both sides. Look at that up there on the line score. No errors for either team.
No balls and 2 strikes on Bergen. Rec misses the outside corner. Breaking ball just off the outside corner. A little bit closer than the pitch before, but the count stands now at 2-2. 1 out. Toshner is on at first. Not taking a real big lead. Doesn't look to be going. And strike 3. Bergen, I think he didn't want to swing, but he couldn't check it. It's too late. He goes down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. I got him for 13. Two outs. Huskies up. Oh, pinch hitter. Number 14, Ben Johnson. That compliments a Bill. Johnson swings at that first pitch. He didn't want to, but he did.
Yeah, it's one of the worst feelings as a hitter. That and taking a called strike 3 when you want to hold back and then you just find your hands.
Right, exactly. Another check swing, and this time home plate umpire Walsh appeals to his partner who calls it a strike.
And Johnson does not look comfortable up there. It's tough coming off the bench facing Ricklitis.
Breaking pitch is low. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Toshner still on first. Wind not a factor tonight. Pitch is down low. Toshner got pretty far off the base on that pitch, but did not go. Count is now 2-2. Johnson pinch hitting for Ryan Husky. Breaking pitch in there for a call, strike 3. And that ends the Manasha 8th inning. Sheboygan down 2. Will have to get a couple
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Braden Deering is now pitching for Menasha. And Ben Johnson, who pinch hit for Husky, is going to take over in left field. The line for Ian Domes, 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, no runs, walked 1, struck out 3. He pitched a beauty.
This has got to be the time for this A's offense. Seeing a new pitcher.
We talked about this a couple innings ago. We were hoping to get Domes out of the game. Let's hopefully Sheboygan can take advantage of that. Deering's first 2 pitches are balls to Nick Tenney. Tenney singled his last time up. It's interesting that they took Domes out because he didn't have that many pitches thrown.
Maybe he's not a guy that's used to going deep in the games. It is very unusual.
And a 4-pitch walk, and Tenney is on, and Sheboygan brings the tying run to the plate. Carter Cayley up.
And they're at the best part of their order for this kind of situation. Top 1, 2, 3. They haven't done much damage tonight, but we know how dangerous they are.
Cayley having a tough night, 0 for 3. And 5 in a row. 5 balls in a row. That pitch is finally a strike. Tenney with 6 stolen bases on the year. I don't know that he would be going in this situation, down 2 runs. Another pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was a good pitch by Deering. Breaking pitch looked pretty good. A little bit inside, maybe.
Quite the at-bat.
Cayley was fooled on that last pitch.
I feel like the count would be 2-2 anyway, but just a roundabout way to get there.
Good job of hanging in there by Carter. 2-2. Nick Tenney on at first, nobody out. Macs are up 2-0, scoring 2 in the 7th inning. Sheboygan trying to break through. Ball is hammered out to center field, drifting away from Sita. He dives for it, he can't get it. Picking it up is the left fielder. And good job of coaching at third to keep Tenney on the base, not sending him. Sheboygan with runners on second and third and nobody out.
Just another great piece of hitting by Carter Cayley. Every time he gets in that bat, hits the ball hard and just tail away just enough from the center fielder to get him a double.
Rex Bear coming out to talk to his pitcher, Braden Deering. Cita with an outstanding effort, diving for that ball, couldn't come up with it. The Johnson, the left fielder now for Husky, did a good job of backing him up.
I think that's why Cita knew in center could make that diving attempt, because he knew he'd have the backup right behind him. And I didn't think he was even going to get that close to that. It was really impressive.
Yeah,
his
right.
route to that ball.
The other thing I thought when I saw it hit, I thought maybe it would go farther.
Yep.
Didn't. Good backup, of course. But I'm thinking, if it gets back to the warning track, we get a run. Braden Horn is up. Horn, one of the better hitting outfielders Sheboygan has. Fouls it off the mask of the catcher, I believe. Braden's 0 for 3 on the night, but he's hit the ball every time.
A couple of times.
The way Thompson is reacting at home plate, I think it hit umpire Walsh on the face mask. And everybody seems to be doing fine. Swinging a high pitch out of the zone, makes it 0-2.
And this middle part of the order has had a couple of line drives tonight, but they've just hung up there for the outfielders. That's why they find themselves all 0 for 3.
Yeah, that happened to Braden. That one to right. Breaking ball on the outside, off the outside corner. Good pitch by Deering, trying to get Horn to offer up at it, but Braden doing a good job. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fastball fouled off.
It's a big at bat here, not just because the runners are in scoring position, but you don't want to give a pitcher that first out and don't advance any runners at all.
Tying run is at second base, and Carter Cayley. Breaking ball hangs up high and inside for ball 2. Sheboygan with an outstanding opportunity in this 8th inning to tie it up. Again, hanging in there is Braden Horn.
And he's a guy that puts together a lot of great at-bats. It's hard to strike him out. Fouls off a lot of pitches and stays in there.
Has drawn 17 walks on the year. Ball is outside. Another good job by Horn, taking that pitch off the plate. 3-2. And a good fastball by Deering, but Horn up to the task, fouls it off. Got Tenney at third, Cayley at second. Horn is up, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Menasha on top, 2-0. Again, Horn fouling that one off out on the New Jersey Avenue. Some fans right in front of us hoping it didn't hit their car. Horn takes that one on the outside corner. Great pitch by Deering, got to give him credit. But Braden Horn, after fighting hard, goes down on strikes. And that's going to bring up Harry.
That's a tough, but a great job by Deering staying in there. I mean, he had fouled off a lot of pitches, Horn, and to keep throwing and attacking him like that takes a lot of guts.
Yeah. Now here's an interesting situation. You could walk Harry, set up possibly a double play.
But then you got Lash at the plate.
And you got Lash, and Harry would be the lead run. You don't want to put the lead run on base. most of the time.
You know, maybe ninth inning, 2 outs, maybe, or no one out. Maybe you want to load the bases, get that force out everywhere.
Good pitch by Deering on the outside corner. Evens the count at 1-1. Connor Lash waiting on deck. Harry with a good eye. Has drawn 25 walks this year. He also has driven in 44, leads the ball club in that area, looking to add to that number.
He has more RBIs than games played.
Pitches inside, 3-1. Harry's not the kind of hitter that'll expand the zone. You know, he waits for a pitch that he knows he can handle. Harry drives one out to right, deep, way back there. Bergen can't make the catch, it's off the wall. 2 runs are gonna score. Throw comes home, and not in time. Now they got Harry hung up between first and second, and he dives back in and he's safe. Give Harry a 2-run single off the wall, and Sheboygan has tied up the ball game.
I mean, who else? Harry's still coming up with the big hit, tie the ball game up in the championship. What else would you expect? Great job by him at the plate. Take it opposite field, put it just over the head of the right fielder. Tie this ball game up.
Rex Bear coming out again to talk to his pitcher. And it looks like they're going to bring in a new pitcher, number 8. Lucas is going to look it up on his phone. He's got their lineup with substitutes. Griffin Klein in the ball game.
It's just you need to see that different arm sometimes. That's exactly what the A's got and exactly what they did tying this game up in the 8th. Now can they add on, get the lead, and then close, shut it down in the 9th?
I think we're both a little surprised that he didn't leave Domes in the ball game. So Deering gives up a couple of runs. He's also responsible for Harry over at first base. He only got 1 out. Gave up 2 hits and a walk to go along with 1 strikeout.
And that 1 out was very hardly earned against Braden Horton. He really worked the count on that at bat.
I think Harry had intentions of going to second base on the throw home. And when he realized he could, because it was to the cutoff man actually threw the ball in. And made the decision a little bit too late, was able to scramble back. You know, it looked like a sure double, turns out to be a 2 RBI single.
Yeah, it was a little hesitation from him that kept him at first. And then we thought he was going to get in a rundown. But the throw, I think it was from Ramus back to first, was low and got past him. But that concrete kept it close. No chance for Harry to advance.
Harry diving back into the base wasn't going to get up and try to run to second. Connor Lash is up. Harry is on at first with his 2 RBI single.
Oh, this guy pitched.
I don't know what that means.
I remember this guy.
Griffin Klein. He has I remember his name coming up also. I don't know if it was pitching or playing a position. Ball is popped up to left field. And Johnson makes a catch.
And you'd have to think maybe they brought in Klein for the man to come up to the plate now. Hadley's been on all 3 times. Give him a left-hander.
Could be. Hadley is singled, doubled, and walked. So he's had a nice game at the plate. See if he can come through. John takes that first pitch low. Sheboygan now with 2 runs on 6 hits. Ball is popped up to Olson, and he makes a catch. So Griffin comes in, gets the next 2 hitters, but a little too late. Sheboygan able to score 2 and tie it up as we enter the 9th inning.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Recollite is still on the hill. We were looking up during the break. Griffin Klein, and what did we find on him, Lucas?
Hey, last time that game we always bring up with only getting 1 hit. He was part of that. He gave up the hits, but he pitched 3 innings and
yeah, 3
had
shutout innings actually.
Yep, and 1 walk at 3 strikeouts. Kind of settled the ship in that game, you know. Menasha's pitchers were walking a lot of batters, throwing a lot of wild pitches, and he kind of brought it back down to earth and steadied it. But he did ruin the no-hitter.
Well, he got the job done there, getting the next 2 hitters. Good job by Griffin, unfortunately for us. Ball is popped up, but it's going to drift out of play. Ramos is up. He drills one out to center field, coming in hard and sliding and not able to make the catch was Cayley. Ramos with his 2nd hit in a row.
Really tough play for Cayley. Really impressive that he even got to make a play on it, and he got there, just slipped out of his glove at the last second.
And wouldn't you know it, we're dealing with the 7, 8, and 9 hitters.
Yep. 3rd hit by him today, and obviously you said 2 by Ramos.
Ramos has 2. Thompson has 1.
What an exciting game, though.
Very. Now Ramos looks like he has pretty good speed. My initial thought regarding Cayley and that ball hit out to him was he playing too deep? You're looking at the 7 hitter. I don't know much about Ramos and his long ball hitting skills, but very low batting average in college, is that?
Yep,
Ripon. He's getting his hits tonight. Bunt is made. Harry picks it up and gets the out at first, but a good job by Thompson to advance the runner.
You have to think that's what the discussion was about at the mound with Recollite. Had to figure that there was going to be a bunt put down by Thompson, knowing he's got that great speed. Maybe he could leg out a single, but at least advance that runner.
Connor Olson, the Max shortstop, is up. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game with a couple of called strikeouts. And he's going to Jared spikes that ball, and Ramos is going to advance to third on the wild pitch. That hurts. You know, in a ball game like this, you can't give up a base. So
it's been rare on either side, that kind of mistake. And now you got to be really careful with what you throw on the mound. Don't want to throw a wild pitch. That gives Menasha the go-ahead run. Make them earn it at least.
Harry's on the grass at third. Hadley's on the grass at first. Middle infielders are up on the grass also.
I have to think Ramus is probably going on anything on the ground, especially. Might be a play at home if it's hit to one of the infielders.
1-1. Ball is fouled off.
Strikeout would be a lot nicer, though.
Strikeout would be huge. Although, and Ryan Sita waiting on deck. He's been pretty good tonight. Breaking pitch is a called strike 3. Olsen not happy about it, but that's number 15. And that brings up Ryan Sita, who's 2 for 4 in the ball game.
Walk. Intentional walk.
And they're going to walk Sita. Colin Nigel is up. He's 0 for 4 in the ball game.
Yeah, Sita was 2 for 4, so you want to put a guy who hasn't had much success tonight. But it's tough, you know, you're going against the same pitcher now 5 times. 5th time around the order for Arclitus. See how he handles against Nigel.
Okay, now what do you do when Sita tries to steal second?
Oh, you just got to let it. You got 2 outs. Doesn't really matter. The ball's hit on the ground. More likely you go to first anyway. He's 2-4.
Line drive. Palmquist to throw across. In time, he got him. What a play by Riley Palmquist. He's pumped. And so are we.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Chase Hanselman is going to lead off the bottom of the 9th for Sheboygan. Hanselman looking for his first base hit, but he's hit the ball every time. Couple of flyouts to right and a pop up to short. What a play by Riley Palmquist, Lucas.
Unbelievable.
Oh
Unbelievable. We were talking the break. The fact that he even got to that ball was impressive, and then making that throw off his back foot, amazing. Especially in that situation. Would have been the go-ahead run.
Good
Ninth
stretch
inning.
by Hadley on
Yes.
the other end. Got the runner by less than a half a step. Nigel was really hustling down the line, but couldn't beat the throw. Slow roller to third. Nigel has it. His guns it across and got Hanselman on a fine play. Nigel has made some good plays over at third base.
Whole defense has been really solid for Menasha all night. Very few holes.
That pitch is behind Jimmy. Jimmy just stands there. There's not too much you can do. You get frozen on those kind of pitches.
I don't know how that didn't hit him. It's close.
Jimmy hits a roller to Toshner, who makes an easy play. Second time in a row he's got Jimmy on the 3 unassisted. That brings up the hero of the day, Riley Palmquist. Riley looking for his first home run of the year.
He has not hit a home run yet. What a spot this would be.
Gotta wonder if Jared's gonna come out to pitch the 10th. Gotta have well over 100 pitches. Slow roller out to Ramos. And it's a quick 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 9th. When we come back for 10th inning action, Menasha will send up their 3, 4, and 5 hitters.
The estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Sean Gavin is now pitching for Sheboygan. The line for Jared Recoleitis, he deserved better. Went 9 innings, gave up 8 hits, 2 runs. Both of them were earned. He walked 2. One of those was an intentional walk, and he struck out 15 batters. It's all up to Gavin now.
Gavin comes into this game. He's pitched 32 1/3 innings. ERA just under 4.5 at 4.45. And he's got 35 strikeouts to 14 walks. He's had some big outings.
He has pitched well, and like we say with so many of our pitchers, is if they can find the strike zone, they'll be effective.
One thing Recoleitis did almost all night.
You know, in a season when we've seen Tim Moyer use so many players, this is our first substitute, Gavin.
Again, you know, the rotation shortens up when you're in these kind of situations. It's not like a non-league game where you lose, who cares? I mean, it's not what he's going in with the substitutes feeling, but much different feel.
William Horner is up. Gavin with the electric fastball, throws it right by him. Pitch is just a little bit down, was close. You mentioned his 35 strikeouts in only 32 innings. 32 and a third innings. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Horner had a tough evening. Breaking pitch in there for a call, strike 3. Big breaking ball. And Horner just stood there and looked at it. It was 4th time he's gone down tonight.
Golden
2 of those
sombrero.
have been looking.
He
Tough
doesn't have a
night
hit
for
though.
him.
1 for
Yeah.
5.
Graydon Toshner's up. Graydon walked, singled, reached on a fielder's choice. He's been on base a lot. And in those 3 trips to the bases, he's never found second base.
Strand there every time.
Breaking pitch on the outside corner is a strike. It's no balls and 2 strikes. And a swing and a foul tick right into the mid of Connor Lash. 2 outs, 2 strikeouts for Sean Gavin. That brings up Nick Bergen. You know, Bergen had that ball hit by Harry out in right field. He made a heck of a play on it, playing it off the wall and getting it in quickly. And I probably called it too soon, 2-run single, because there was a bit of a play on the second runner coming in. The throw came in late, but
Yeah, the worst thing you want to do is make it out on the bases.
Harry with a backhanded stop, throws across, and they're calling him safe. Bergen on the good hustle. Harry with a fine play on his end. Going to be an infield single. You got to think Bergen with his speed is going to try to steal a base. Ben Johnson up.
And Johnson came in as a substitute for Ryan Huskians in left field. Struck out his first time up.
He was strikeout victim number 14 for Rick Lightus.
16 of them total now with Gavin's first 2 for the
Right.
game.
Yep. Actually 17.
Oh, yep.
17
sorry.
strikeouts.
You said I just added the 14.
Slow roller out to Hanselman. He comes over. Throw is just in time to get the fast-running Johnson, but Menasha scoreless here in the top of the 10th. When we come back, Sheboygan is going to try to end it.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Well, I'ma take you home. Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Back here at Wildwood Park, Griffin Klein is still on the mound for Menasha. We had mentioned in that first game against the Max, he pitched 3 scoreless innings. He's pitched inning and 2/3 of scoreless balls so far in this contest. 2 1/3?
1 inning and 2/3. Yeah.
Told you. That's what I had. I said that. Kenny came into tonight hitting .238. That's up a little bit with his 1-for-2 effort. This last time in the 8th, he drew a walk and wound up scoring Sheboygan's first run.
Those sidearm pitchers can take a little bit to get used to. It's tough seeing that different arm slot.
Pitch is up high for a ball. It's 2-0. Klein thought he had a strike. I didn't think it was that close. Pitch is top of the zone. Over the plate, called a strike. It's 2-1. Kenny with a slow roller to Nigel. He gets a nice hop, picks and throws. Good play by the Max third baseman, Colin Nigel.
How many times have we said that tonight? He's been great over there. Every time it's hit to him, feels like it ends up in and out.
Yeah. 4, 5, been part of 5 outs. Probably the biggest was the throw to home, which he had a lot of time to make the play, but he made it. Cayley up, lefty on lefty. First pitch is inside for a ball. Nigel is the third baseman is up on the near the grass, right at the edge. That strike evens the count at 1-1. We're in the bottom of the 10th inning, 2-2. Pitch is fouled straight back. A quick pitch. Time is called. That was a quick pitch. I don't know if you picked up on that. He never went into his windup. He just had the ball and then he threw the pitch.
Is that a ball then? Put the balk?
If a balk gets the ball, should be 2-2. That's what Bill has up on the board. Pitch is way outside.
And you wonder if that balk and how frustrated he got after that can kind of throw him off a little bit. And that's what I hope.
Right. And way outside. Carter Cayley draws the one-out walk.
You'd have to think he'd be on the move some points in this set horn at bats, but also you'd think Thompson and Klein know that as well.
Well, it'll be a little tougher for Carter simply because there's a left-hander on the hill. Pitch is in there for a strike. Good breaking ball. Horn 0 for 4, looking for his first hit of the game. Ball is drilled out to center field and deep. Cita racing back. He can't get it. It's off the wall. He's going to throw it in, and they're going to send the runner. Here's the play, and he's out. Not even close. A double. Cayley is thrown out at the plate on a 8-4-2, and he might be hurt.
He just broke a helmet too. And the inning's not over yet either.
The inning's not over. There's only 2 outs.
It just feels like Ken Nazy has been so conservative all night. And I know you want to make that winning run, but you don't want to end it on an out at the plate.
Second and third. Only one out. Well, it's up to Harry.
And then there's a moment last night as well in a Mets game where they decided to hold the runner at third, and they had Pete Alonso coming up, and and he gets out. And then everyone blames the third base coach for not setting him.
Well, you know, if you'd have stopped the runner at third, we'd had second and third. They'd have done the same thing they did right now, intentionally walk Harry, which I think is a smart play. And that leaves it up to Connor Lash. Give Sita and Ramos a lot of credit. They did a great job, and goes right back to playing fundamental baseball. Hit the cutoff man. Connor takes that first pitch for a strike.
I mean, he's the guy you want up as part of the order. He's been great all year. There's no way he gets an over in this game. Over 4 right now.
Ball is fouled straight back. A little change of pace. And a little bit ahead of it. Horn is on at second with good speed. Ball is hit up in the air high to left field. Johnson makes the clutch. And that ends the Sheboygan 10th. We move to the 11th with the score tied 2-2.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. You serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Getting ready to start the 11th inning. Sean Gavin still on the hill for Sheboygan. He'll face Alex Ramos. Ramos made that fine throw to the plate to get the runner Carter Cayley. Second runner Sheboygan has had thrown out at the plate in the ball game. Liner right at Hanselman. He makes an easy catch. A lot easier than that one in the first inning when he robbed Nick Bergen of a hit and prevented Menasha from getting a run.
And Ramos has done a lot of damage in this game at that RBI single.
Quade Thompson is up next. He's had kind of a nice night. Interesting. 1 for 2, a hit by pitch and a sacrifice bunt. Oh, cool. Ball is popped up on the infield in foul territory. Hadley makes the one-handed grab. And 2 quick outs. That brings up the number 9 hitter, Connor Olson.
Let's make it quick work so far, Gavin. Not throwing a lot of pitches. And if this game continues to go deeper, you want to make sure that he can go as well. Pitch 3 or 4 innings if it does need that much.
First pitch is a strike. Boy, the way Gavin is pitching, it doesn't look like he should have an ERA over 4. One and one is the count. There's 2 outs. We're in the top of the 11th. Olson was pretty demonstrative in his last at-bat when he was called out on strikes.
Last 2.
And a swing and a miss. Lash has to throw down and gets his man. And we're going to be heading to the 11th. Still tied at 2.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me smells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Cool. We're just commenting. Jared Recklitis is now coaching first. He went from pitching 9 innings to now being the first base coach. John Hadley is going to be the first hitter in the 11th
Thing
for
is,
Sheboygan.
2 of the A's biggest power bats, Hadley and Jurgensen, are both lefties, and facing lefty takes away a lot of that power, so probably why Klein's still out there.
Oh, Hadley looking to go long ball there, but came up empty. John is 2 for 3 with a double. Fouls that one off. Sitting at the plate now with no balls and 2 strikes.
Crowd has stuck around for the most part, too. It's a nice thing. 11th inning.
There's a line drive right at Olson. Looked good heading to center field, but right to Olson. Shortstop makes the play. I think a couple things can be attributed to the fans sticking around. One is it's such a great game and a great night, and it's been a fast game.
Yeah, just 10 o'clock.
Check. Anselmo. Anselmo is now pitching.
He's a right-hander, and you know Jurgensen's on deck. Gives you some of that power back, and Hanselman sit righties well all year, so again, right where you want to be in the A's lineup. Maybe the A's, you know, need to see that new arm again for a second time. When they saw Deering, they hit off him like awesomely. And then Klein came in and pitched really well. See if Anselmo.
Hey, we still have a chance to get a run off of Griffin Klein if we can get this guy home. Klein only gave up one hit. He did walk 2. One of those was intentional. No strikeouts. We've had our trouble with him.
Yeah, those left-handed pitchers is one thing, and the left-handed sidearm pitcher is another thing. Just makes it even more difficult to read off them.
I don't remember Anselmo in any of the other games. Chase Hanselman is up. Oh, we have nobody on base. So Klein does another 3 innings of shutout ball. Hanselman looking to get on base some way, somehow. Anselmo looks to have sneaky speed, kind of. Doesn't rear back and throw it, but all of a sudden that pitch can be on you in a hurry.
You would figure that if they're putting him in a situation like this, that they trust him a lot.
Big situation. First of the best of 3 playoff games in the Newble playoffs. Big breaking ball, bounce foul. Count remains 1-2. We're in the bottom of the 11th.
He's a quick worker too. He's ready before Hanselman's even in the box.
You're right. Pitches outside, 2-2.
Again, now you got that righty on the mound, so if you get that man on base, it could be a little easier to steal second, put that winning run, scoring position.
Chase was the Rookie of the Year last year for the Sheboygan A's. He's had a good second season. 3-2. Bill on the elder end saying 2 hours and 35 minutes, and we played 11 innings. Ball 4. Hanselman, great at bat, draws the 1-out walk, and that brings up Jimmy.
And you know what Jimmy wants to do in this at bat? You might see him take a couple heavy hacks.
A1 still in the house, and we're in the 11th inning. Wonder if he gets overtime. Do the interns get overtime, Matty?
No.
Nope.
Do you get overtime?
Heck no. Pitch just off the inside corner for a ball. Jimmy digging in at home plate. Takes that pitch inside also for ball 2. Hanselman has 5 stolen bases on the year. And another pitch inside. 3-0.
Got to be taken all the way. We've seen Jimmy swing 3-0, but in this situation, got to be taken all the way.
And it is ball 4. Good call by Lucas. Sheboygan now with runners on first and second, 1 out, and Riley's up. Riley Palmquist has done it with the glove all night, all year. He's picked up on the hitting end. Hopefully that'll show up right here. He can get his 20th RBI of the season and win the ball game. Hanselman with good speed is at second too. The pitch looked off the outside corner, but it was called a strike. Good start for Anselmo.
Feels like the strike zone's kind of fluctuated at bats so far in this game, but consistent at times.
Pitch is down low. Thompson going out to encourage his pitcher. 1-1 is the count. Hanselman with a nice lead off of second. Ball is popped up into center field. Sita has it measured and makes the catch. And you're not going to run on his arm. Nick Tenney is up. Tenney's 1 for 3 with a walk and scored a run.
Yeah, it's kind of unusual when we've seen, especially recently, Palmquist come through in those situations. Just got a little bit under that one. A shallow fly ball to Sita in center.
Kenny's been out in right field all ball game. He's done a nice job out there for Ames. Alex were playing, he normally would be at second, and Hanselman would be out in right. But in his absence, Chase has moved to second base, and Tenney has gone out to right. Big breaking pitch is in there for a strike. Makes the count 0-2.
It's a really good pitch. Right, buckled the knees of Tenney. Didn't have a chance to swing at that one. Kind of threw him off with that breaking ball 0-1.
See if Nick can get that 2-strike hit. Swinging a foul tick right into the mitt of Thompson. And that ends the 11th inning. As we head to the 12th, score is still tied.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Sean Gavin still on the mound for Sheboygan, and a lot of fans clearing out all of a sudden. Gavin's going to have his work cut out facing the 1, 2, and 3 hitters in the MAC lineup.
Into the 12th inning now. It's getting a little late, but still, we've had games that go 9 innings that have been longer than this.
Right. It's been a fast mover. Ryan Sita's up. Ryan is 2 for 4 with a walk. Also has an RBI to his credit in this ball game.
Walk was an intentional walk too.
Hits it hard out the center field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Why is it when we hit our balls to the outfield, it's always caught?
The wind's a little stronger when we're at the plate.
Well, got to keep an eye on Sita. He's got very good speed. He did steal a base in the first inning. Lash trying to catch that little pop-up bunt, but dropped before he could get to it.
Yeah, when you get this late in the game, it's really any way you can advance that runner. And you see Harry way up on the grass. He's ready for that bunt. Just get at least that one out. You do not want to give up a bunt single in this type of situation.
Nigel squares the bunt, pops it up in the air, but it's out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. It'll be interesting to see if he's going to try to bunt again.
He's 0 for 5 on the night.
Wouldn't hurt.
You expect to see him swinging away, though.
Harry's still up on the grass. Breaking pitch, swing and a miss. Nigel is down. He hasn't done anything at bat, but his defense has certainly paid dividends.
Been very good at the hot corner tonight.
William Horner is up. I'm surprised that Sita hasn't tried to steal a base.
Yeah, we know he's got good speed. Would not be surprised to see him going at some point in this at bat.
And he's out stealing. What a throw by Connor Lash. That's your pop time right there.
Absolutely perfect throw, right on the money. Made Ames's tag super easy, and Sita, even with great speed, was out by a mile.
So 2 outs in the top of the 12th, and nobody on. Line drive up the middle for a 2-out single by Horner, his second hit of the ball game, and the 11th hit by the Max. Graydon Toshner's up next. He's been on base a few times. Does have a hit and a walk. Hit off at Gavin and goes into right field. And I don't know where that throw was going, but it was a bad play. The hitter, Toshner, able to go to second on the errant throw. Horner's on at third, and they're coming out to look at Gavin. Hopefully he's okay. Thought it hit off his glove, but it's hard to tell.
You know, going back to Connor Lash throwing out that runner at second base, how important that is in this situation. That would have been a run for Menasha.
Sure. Horner goes to third on the hit, and Toshner goes to second on the throw. So with 2 outs, Menasha threatening. Runners on second and third, their third hit of the inning. Nick Bergen, who's been a thorn in the side of Sheboygan tonight, is up. He's got a couple of hits, scored a run, and made numerous nice plays out and right. First pitch touches the outside corner for a strike. Harry, even with the bag at third, all the other infielders are back deep. Big breaking ball, swung on and missed. Strike 2. Swing and a miss on a fastball. And what a play by Sean Gavin to work out of the inning.
me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract. Brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow. Raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Max have left 12 runners on base in the ball game, and they've had some chances, but Sheboygan has done a good job of preventing them from scoring. Cayley is up. Carter was thrown out at the plate back in the 10th inning. Looked like he may have hurt himself, but good to see him in the ball game, and hopefully he's his speedy self.
Yeah, we'll see if it affects him running if he hits the ball into the gap. See if he maybe holds up a little bit.
Right. Anselmo still on the mound for Menasha. He walked a couple of batters after he came in the 11th, but was able to work out of that, getting the next two hitters.
It looked like Sheboygan was going to get a walk-off walk, possibly.
Yeah, right. Any way to get that winning run in. 3-1 now to Carter. Horn waiting on deck. Big swing and a miss. Anselmo with a good fastball.
And you said it when he first came in. He's got that sneaky speed on the mound. And he's shown that on that pitch right there.
And took a little something off that fastball and got Carter to swing and miss. Braden Horn is up. Horton doubled off the wall. Takes that first pitch for a strike.
I didn't think that Menasha pitching could hold him down for an entire night. They make it a multi-hit day, and he didn't get hit to the 10th.
0-2 pitch coming up. Braden fouls that one off. Oh, just missed on that one. Looked pretty close.
Tops is ready to throw it around the horn. He was that confident to be a called strike 3.
Not so quick, Thompson. 1-2 pitch. Fouled straight back.
It's just another great at bat by Braden Horn. Gets down 0-2 and fouls off some pitches, takes some close ones. He always
had
gets
that
together.
back in the 8th inning and wound up taking a pitch on the outside corner for strike 3, but you're right, he battled that time. And he's battling right here in the 12th. Pitch is up and in. I think Braden wanted to lean in, but he just couldn't quite bring himself to do it. 2-2. And a good fastball. Couldn't catch up to it, and it's strike 3, swing and a miss. That's going to bring up Harry Stelt. Harry's 1 for 4. Had that double off the wall and right. Went for a single, but it did produce 2 runs.
Yeah, he showed some great opposite field power, but as you mentioned, only got a single out of it.
Harry the bouncer up the middle. Olson fires it over the head of the first baseman, and Harry's on an E6, first error of the ball game.
Yeah, it's been a really clean game on both sides. Kind of unexpected for how good Olson's been at short all night to see him make that kind of throw. And
he had a lot of time, too.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's not rushing anyway. You know who hasn't hit a home run in a while?
He's due. He's been trying. He's he's flew out to the left fielder 4 times. Pitch in the dirt. Good stop by Thompson, keeping Harry at first.
And here's a question for you. If Harry gets in the scoring position in some way, do you pinch run for him?
It's a great question. CJ says not with 2 outs. I'm not so sure. Two and 0. Not a real good swing that time by Connor. Makes the count 2-1. Harry still perched on first. Pitch on the outside corner for strike 2.
It doesn't feel like Menasha has 12 hits or Sheboygan has 7 hits. It's been really great pitching all around. I mean, obviously, once you get to 12 innings, the numbers kind of add up, but.
Ball hit out to right. Bergen racing over. He's got it measured. And we're going to the 13th. All tied at 2.
The estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
If I get it.
And we're heading to the 13th inning. I'm making room on my score sheet. Lucas
Try my best.
is going to have to improvise. Yeah, I don't feel like we're really getting base hits like we should. Menasha's got 12. We only have 7. You know, we're not getting the walks like we did in other games with them. It's the pitching that's kept us alive.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's just that 1 inning for each team, pitching-wise, they let the opponent get to them. And it's been really twice the A's have gotten the Menasha pitching just in that 5th inning. They couldn't come out with any runs.
Ben Johnson is going to lead off the 13th inning for the Max. He's 0 for 2. He came in for Ryan Husky way back in the 8th inning. Gavin's still on the mound for Sheboygan. He's given up 4 hits, but is not allowed to run. And struck out 5.
Still got good hit on that
I was
fastball.
going to say he reared back and threw that last one. Bouncing ball over the head of, and the throw is errant, and Johnson is going to reach. It's going to be an E4.
They've been playing defensively for so long. Hanselman has been great tonight. Made that diving catch in the first inning. You know, once you get into this 13th inning, you've been out there for so long, makes defense even that much more difficult.
No, this happened when they made an errant throw. Johnson made the error. But, you know, I'm thinking, you know, if that throw goes in the dugout, it's an extra base. Same thing could have been possible here. Of course, it didn't happen. So the runner, Johnson, can only reach first. He's not going to go to second on that bad throw. It bounces right back. And good backup, by the way, by Lash.
And the old-time MLB dugouts, they'd have no railing there. It's
yeah,
almost
exactly.
guaranteed extra base.
Squaring but taking that pitch for a ball was Ramos.
This
It was a 1-1 count. Harry way up on the grass.
It's the second or third time Menasha's tried to bunt the runner over, and they just have not been able to get one down yet.
Pitch looked pretty good, but called the ball. 2-1. Quade Thompson did have a sacrifice bunt back in the 9th. Ball is fouled off. Ramos now with 2 strikes. 2-2 is the count. Johnson over at first after he reached on a throwing error. Breaking ball, good pitch by Gavin. Got his man on that pitch. 5th strikeout for Sean Gavin, and actually that is the 20th strikeout of Menasha hitters.
20 strikeouts and 12 hits.
Gaudy numbers, but the key number is the runs, and we're tied at 2. Thompson takes that first pitch for a strike.
I think you keep looking back at what would have happened if Ken Nazy would have held the runner at third, and probably, like you said, bases would have been loaded.
Yeah, they would have walked Harry, and it would have been up to Lash.
With 1 out.
But that's the key thing right there. Only 1 out.
Especially still at the middle of the order up.
And puts a lot of pressure on the pitcher.
Can't make a mistake, can't walk anyone. Nowhere to put him.
Breaking pitch is in there for a strike. Thompson not liking it, but it looked awfully good up here. It's hard to know if Quaid is just mad at himself for not swinging at it, or if he didn't think it was a strike in the first place.
Manasha has complained a lot about the strike zone from Walsh, both pitching and hitting tonight.
Good fastball, but outside the zone, 2-2. Gavin has been good. We mentioned when he took the mound back in the 10th that key to his success was finding the strike zone, and he certainly has done that tonight. And calling it a foul ball. Sounded like it hit off the bat. Manager Bear coming down and arguing it.
It did not sound like they hit off his arm. That's for sure.
And the manager is gone, thrown out, and we're going to have an argument.
You know, 12 innings in, tie game, not many runs but scored. Every pitch is so important at this point in the game. And you understand where Bear's coming from.
Things get heated in games like this. You got to understand that. Trying to win a ball game, and
This game's really had it all. You know, one thing it's missing though, a walk-off.
a walk-off. And only we can do that.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Rex Bear tossed from the ball game. That means he will not be on the bench tomorrow night. Remember, we had a game maybe about a week or so ago where Tim had to sit out because he had been tossed from a game earlier. Thompson up.
That counts as a strikeout then?
I guess it does.
I feel like if it would have been a foul ball, he didn't go around either.
I don't know. I don't understand. Guys, was that a strikeout? Yeah, we're all befuddled up here. Of course, that's not unusual. It's been like that most of the season, but now when it really counts, we don't know.
Bill said it could have been a foul tip. Did Lash catch that one?
I didn't think he did. I thought it was foul tipped and the ball rolled way over here. Unless, here's the key thing, guys, unless he leaned into the pitch and it was in the strike zone, then it's a strikeout. And I got a feeling that's probably what happened.
Yeah, that's a college rule too. You can review that, and that's happened in the College World Series. A no-hitter was going on. They said a guy leaned in, resulted in a strikeout.
Line drive, base hit past the shortstop. And Menasha is still alive in the 13th, and we move to the top of the order. Johnson is on at second. He had reached on an error. And Connor Olson gets his first hit of the night past the shortstop, and now with 2 outs and runners on first and second, Ryan Sita with a chance to give his team the lead.
Yeah, Olson ended a streak of 4 strikeouts in a row.
On a negative note regarding Sita, his only at bat against Gavin was a single. So Gavin's got his work cut out. First pitch was a strike. And a good fastball. Sita not able to catch up to that pitch.
Big pitch here for Gavin. You don't want to give him some making hits. You kind of want to give him the chase here. Don't make a mistake 0-2, especially the top man in their order.
Gavin looking in for the sign. He gets it. Looked like that pitch caught a little too much of the strike zone for Lucas's, in Lucas's estimation, and mine too for that matter.
It's tough in this situation. You know, you want him to chase the pitch. He's got him 0-2. You assume he's going to swing at anything close, especially in this situation. You don't want to make a mistake in the zone.
Another 0-2 pitch coming up. Breaking ball, little bit high. Boy, it looked pretty good. We thought we've seen that pitch called a strike earlier in the game, but not there. 1-2.
Walsh has been here from both sides, but he wants this game just to be over with.
You know what that means? He's doing a good job. They're both barking. Breaking pitch, just a bit inside. Gavin walking off the mound thought he had it, but that's not the case.
You know, you got to wonder at some point, does Walsh not like when people do the motion before he makes the call? It's been a couple of times now.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but you hope that's not the case. You know, you call the game and don't worry about the...
I doubt it is. I'm just saying it's happened a couple of times. I just thought it was kind of funny.
2-2 pitch coming up. That pitch is in the dirt. 3-2. Runners will be moving on the pitch. It's 3-2 with 2 outs. Gavin looking in for the sign. Breaking pitch is a bounce foul down the third base side.
I mean, you never want to say walk a batter, but don't make a mistake here. The man on deck's 0 for 6. I know it'd be with the bases loaded, but this guy's a lot more dangerous than what Nigel has shown tonight.
Well, Sita's got 3 hits so far tonight. That pitch is ball 4. Bases loaded, and Colin Nigel up. Lash goes out and talks to his pitcher, and I'm sure they're talking about how they want to work Nigel.
This is the last man.
On a positive
Second
note,
time around.
Lucas, Menasha has left 12 runners on base so far.
Make it 15.
Make it 15. First pitch is swung on and fouled off.
Corner, if he were to get up in this inning, it would be the 3rd time around the order already for Gavin. So it's big for him to get Nigel. You don't want to go around 3rd time.
Pitch is a ball, evens the count at 1-1.
Also, that would mean a run would have scored. So obviously, the worst part of all of it.
Gavin still with good velocity. And threw that one, spiked that one in the dirt. Great job by Lash to keep it in front.
And now the script kind of flips on it. You got to make a pitch in the zone.
Yep.
The worst thing to do is walk home a run. Make Nigel earn, especially a guy who hasn't had a hit all night.
Swing and a miss. Good fastball by Gavin. Let's see what he comes with on this next pitch. Is it going to be a breaker or another fastball? 2-2. Comes with the fastball, but Nigel able to hang in there and falls it straight back.
You'd have to think for Gavin, it's going to be a lot of fastballs to finish out this at-bat. Don't know how much he trusts that breaking ball in this situation.
2-2 pitch. Bouncing ball to third. Hadley has it, races to the bag and beats him for out number 3. Unassisted put out by John Hadley, and that ends the top of the 13th. When we come back for the bottom half, it'll be Hadley, Hanselman, and Jurgensen.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
All night we've talked about opportunities and missed opportunities in the ball game. Manasha has left 15 runners on in 13 innings. Sheboygan has left 11 runners on in their first 12 at-bats. See if they can get a run in the bottom of the 13th. Anselmo still on the mound for Menasha. He's been quite good in his inning and 2/3. Hadley with a big swing and a miss. John is 2 for 4 in the ball game with a walk.
Yeah, he was the first hit early on in this game.
You know, you had mentioned when Anselmo came in and got the 2/3 of an inning he needed, and he's been pitching quite well in a big situation. Breaking ball, called strike 3. What a pitch by big Jack Anselmo.
Yep, yeah, he struggled his first couple batters walking those two, and it looked like the A's could do some damage off of him. And then, as you mentioned, he's been really shut down ever since. The only base runner he's given up since those 2 walks was the error that allowed Harry to reach.
Chase Hanselman up. Chase reached his last time. Drew a walk. Another pitch in the dirt. Grounder over, good hop for Nigel. Takes a couple of crow hops, and runner is called safe.
Great job by Hansel running down the line. Nigel's been great all night, but that play was deep towards the line at third. Made it easier for him to make it in there.
8th hit of the night for Sheboygan. Jimmy's up.
This is the power bat. Hit one in the gap, hit one over a wall. That's what Jimmy does best, especially against the right-hander.
Chase does have 5 stolen bases on the year, but he's not a big stolen base kind of guy. Does have good speed.
And if you're the A's, don't want to make another out on the bases in this type of situation, but do want to stay out of that double play possibility.
Count is 1-1. Pitch is in there for a strike. Beautiful pitch on the inside corner at the knees. Jimmy in the hole. Hanselman not with a real big lead over at first. But he's going. Pitches in the dirt, throws up high, and in at second base with a stolen base. His 6th of the year is Chase Hanselman. Jimmy with an RBI chance.
Now all you need is a base hit. If you're Jimmy Jurgensen, especially at right field, we know Sita's got a great arm in center. Don't want to test him, and it'd be tough to run on the left field arm.
I'm thinking back early in the year when he took that pitch on the outside corner and dropped it into left field. That was that one hit against Manasha. Olsen cutting in behind Hanselman at second base. The throw a little bit high.
Well, it really was a great play. Look at they had Hanselman fooled, but not quick enough throw by Deering.
Pitch is down low. 3-2.
Really tough pitch to take with 2 strikes there for Jurgensen, but he got rewarded for it.
3-2 pitch coming up to Jimmy. Jimmy pops it up on the infield. Anselmo calling, and he can't get it. It drops. It's going to be a base hit. Nigel, I think, called, and then he egged off because he had to cover third base. That would be an excuse me single.
Error. Bill's got an error.
Bill's got an error. Riley Palmquist up. It's definitely a play that should have been made. E1.
And now you got Anselmo a little rattle. He's a little sped up. This is the chance right here.
Oh, God. Pitch on the outside corner. Look low, but caught the knees. Strike one. Line drive, caught! And Nigel throws the second for the double play. Oh my. That ball had a ticket for left field, but Nigel collected it early and turned it into a double play.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. You serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Michelangelo Granella is on the mound for Sheboygan. Making his 5th appearance of the year. It's gone 5 2/3 innings. He has an ERA of 3.17. Again, the bugaboo with him is he's walked 6 batters in those 5 2/3. Michael's first pitch is inside for a ball.
Another guy who hasn't seen too much time this year, especially in this guy's situation, is tough. He hasn't pitched a whole lot.
We've seen him, he has pitched before, like you said, and we've seen him pitch good. And then there are times when it's just the opposite.
And you got to wonder, again, deep in this game, how many pitchers does each team have to use?
Right. Sean Gavin went 4 innings, gave up 5 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. And leadoff man, Horner, reaches on a hit by pitch. And I'm sure he'll take that to get on.
See him more.
It's going to bring up Tashner. It'll be interesting to see if he tries to lay down a bunt.
They've tried it so many times that they haven't gotten to work yet.
Yeah, they did.
They
do have one, yeah. The catcher, Quade Thompson, had a sacrifice in the 9th. In the 9th inning. Nothing came of it.
In extra innings, at least. They
Correct.
tried it twice, and a couple pop-up bunts that went out of play. Yet to really get one down. If it keeps going like this, we're going to lose the 2 in the Menasha scoreline from the 7th inning.
Right. 2-0 is a count. Granella not even close. Horner's on it first. we go. Granella loses his hat again. That's 2 times in a row.
He's a staple like Schmitz.
Yeah. Trying to think of a major leaguer who used to lose his hat a lot when he pitched.
Pedro Stropo used to wear his hat off to the side. Not falling off, but.
I think there was a guy that pitched for the Cubs. His last name was Edwards, I believe.
Oh, Carl Edwards Jr. Yeah.
2-1 is the count. We're in the 14th inning. First game of the best out of 3 playoff. Pitch is a ball, and stealing second is Horner.
Oh, it's tough for Lash. He really had no chance at all.
Yeah, guy got a great jump.
Granella, even out of the stretch, he has a long wind-up, and it made that jump even easier for Horner.
2-2. Last pitch was called a strike. Granella's pitch is back to the screen. This is not looking good, Lucas.
Yep, I mean, you have to have a ball in play, and there's a runner on third on a hit by pitch, stolen base, and a wild pitch. Worst case scenario.
Unfortunately, the most consistent thing about Michelangelo Granella is he loses his hat almost on every pitch. 3-2, infield is in, trying to choke off the run. Strikeout would be fine. And he gets it. Swing and a miss by Tashner. Good fastball by Michelangelo. And that brings up Nick Bergen. So Sheboygan has 23 strikeouts of MAC batters. We better win the game.
You would think, right?
Holy cow.
And they've left 15 runners on base.
Yes.
I mean, just look at those two stats and say, oh, Sheboygan had to have won this game by plenty.
Yeah.
A lot of missed opportunities offensively.
So through 13 at-bats, Sheboygan only has 8 hits and not enough walks. Pitch is in there for a strike.
It feels like every pitch that's called a strike that's somewhat on the line, you see a Menasha player losing their mind over it.
Granella, good fastball, swinging a foul tick right into the mitt of Lash. Bergen up there now with a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
How big a strikeout would be here.
Yeah, Granella trying to work out of a runner at third and nobody out, jam. Pitch is down low. Two and two. We're in the top of the 14th inning. It's been a dandy of a game. Bouncing ball to short. Backhand by Riley Palmquist. Oh, I didn't like that, Tadley. Hang on to the ball.
He was not far enough off of third base to make a throw like that. That's where you just want to run the ball at him. Get him back to third base.
CJ is seeing the same thing I'm seeing. We've seen it before.
Too many times before.
2 outs, runner still on third. Ben Johnson up. Johnson reached on an error in the 13th. Otherwise, he's 0 for 3. Another great play by Riley Palmquist.
Yeah, see many guys come in the 8th inning as a pinch hitter and get 3 at-bats.
No, Good point.
Going on his fourth.
I thought he's looked a little shaky and left, but he's made all the catches. So give Ben a credit. Ball is out onto Denny and Donna Moyer way. Wonder how many balls we've gone through tonight.
Cannot imagine. Especially just threw horns at bat.
1-1 is the count. There's 2 outs. Horner still at third. Ball is fouled straight back. No ball, 1 ball and 2 strikes on the hitter Johnson. We'll have 9-1-2 when we get up to hit in the bottom of the 14th. Pitch is outside and high. Evens the count at 2-2. Grinella's got some electric stuff if he can find the strike zone consistently.
2-2-2-2-2.
Yeah, not worried about that.
Deuces are not wild.
Swing and a miss, and Grinella all fired up, as he should be. Works out of a runner on third, nobody out jam to shut down Menasha. Let's see if Sheboygan can finally get that winning run.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Nick Tenney leading off the 14th for Sheboygan. It's a slow roller off his foot. And he'll be limping around a little bit. Thompson, being a good sport, picks up the bat for him.
Yeah, Tenney had that big chance in the 11th with the 2 runners on. Anselmo's first inning on the mound, but couldn't come through that time.
Pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Tenney trying to get the A's started.
And Anselmo now is in his 4th inning of work. You'd have to wonder how much he has left.
He's there's a bouncing ball. Fair. Long throw across. Is not in time. It slips by the first baseman. I couldn't tell, Bill, if that was a hit or not because I couldn't see the first baseman.
I'd say single. That was a tough play.
Base hit.
That's a tough play.
And Tim Moyer coaching first base comes down. I don't know if he's going to bring in a pinch runner.
Looks like Ames. I think it's Ames.
Alex Ames is going to run.
We know Alex Ames got the tendinitis in his arm. He can't hold or swing a bat, so why not bring him in as a pinch runner? Have him play a little bit of the field and right. You just hope he doesn't get back to him as a hitter.
Sounds good to me, and you got good speed on the bases. Carter Cayley up. Ames with 18 stolen bases. Is that right?
Yep, team leader.
Thing is, you know, when you slide, you still a lot of times do that head first slide. You're using your hands. And
You wonder if we go that feet first slide maybe, just to take some of the pain off.
Good bunt in front of home plate. Throws to second. It goes into center field. And a little too late. Head first slide forced him to have to hold at the base. Give Cayley a fielder's choice.
Marty said fielder's choice. That's what Marty said.
Couple of runners on. And that's going to be it for Anselmo, who up to this point has pitched pretty well. He goes 2 2/3. Ben Romnick.
Number 33, Ben Romnick. Cal McKeesler. Keesler's coming in a pinch run for Cayley at first, so even more speed on the bases. His run doesn't matter, though. It's kind of interesting to see that.
For breaking up a double play or something. So who's in for Cayley?
Callum Keesler.
Keesler.
Yep.
Wheels are turning now for Tim Moyer, making a lot of situational substitutions.
Yeah, up until this inning, we hadn't seen any positional substitutions. It had just been pitching changes. It's kind of what we figured coming into the championship game like this, not a lot of substitutes.
Okay, Braden Horn is up.
At bat number 7 of the game for Braden Horn.
Kenny Nazy coaching at third, Tim Moyer over at first. Let's see what Horn does. You'd think he'd be bunting, trying to bunt it down the third base side. See what he does. He squares, lays it down, front of the plate. And there's going to be no play. Give Horn a bunt base hit. And Sheboygan has the bases loaded and nobody out. And up is the man, Harry Stelt.
There's no one else you'd want in this situation. He's done it before. He had the big 2-run single off the right field fence. He's got all the RBIs in the game. Game 1 of the championship. He's the man you want at the plate.
That's for sure. Infield in at all 4 positions. The outfield not very deep. Harry, a good rip at that first pitch. Ames at third, looking to score a run, get this game over with. Ball hit to deep center field. Sita makes the catch. Ames tagging up, and he'll score, and Sheboygan wins game 1 of the 2025 Newble playoffs. Harry Stelt with a sacrifice fly wins the ball game 3-2.
All you need to do is put it in play in the air, especially that deep with how far in the outfielders are playing. Exactly the perfect place to put it for Harry Stelt.
Well, great ball game, great pitching on both sides. Sheboygan able to come through in the clutch. Granella, didn't look good at the start of his inning, but he worked out of the jam, and that was the difference here tonight. Sheboygan wins it 3-2. They'll play game 2 of the playoffs tomorrow night, 7:30 in Menasha. If it goes to a game 3, we'll be right back here on Thursday for a 7th-inning game. The third and final game of the playoffs. Comments by you, Lucas.
Just one thing at least. A play that's going to go really under the radar is that play by Riley Palmquist at short in the 9th inning that saved a run and kept this game tied. But of course, Harry Stell come through, but the pitching from Sheboygan all night, getting out of tough situations, leaving, 17 runners on base in total? That's unbelievable. Or 16 runners. Especially what you said, Michelangelo Granella, what he did, giving up a hit by pitch and then being rattled and having the guy throw no one out. Great job getting out of that.
All right, winning pitcher is Michelangelo Granella. Losing pitcher is Jack Anselmo. Harry gets the game-winning RBI, and hopefully this will be our last ball game. We don't want to have to go to game 3. We can win it up in Manasha, but for the crew, Maddie and Lucas, and CJ and Bill down on the other end, great job by them, and you'll have to follow online, or maybe if you have Game Changer, see what happens with tomorrow night's ball game. But if we don't come back, have a great off season. We look forward to bringing you A's baseball next year. With that, Sheboygan a winner 4-3.